You can form a string in Python by using quotes, either single quotes or double quotes. It doesn't matter. Here are a couple of examples. This is using double quotes to form the string, and this is using single quotes to form the string. Now, there is one condition here. This string has a single quote in it. So to use single quotes outside to form the string would cause some confusion. Here's one that has double quotes in it, and to use double quotes outside to form the string would cause confusion. But if you've got a single quote, we can use double quotes outside to form the string. If you've got double quotes in it, we can use single quotes outside to form the string. As you can see, both of those worked. Now, what if you've got a single quote and a double quote in the string? Here's an example of how you can do that. If you have both, here's my cat's name is Butters, is what I want to write. All right. So I use double quotes outside, but I've got to tell Python that this double quote and this double quote are not the double quotes that demark the string. So I want it to print an actual quote. So I put a backslash in front of that and a backslash in front of this one. And that tells it that this next character is actually to be printed as is. So that's called escaping that character. So the escape symbol is a backslash. Now let's write another Python function. I want to convert Fahrenheit degrees to Celsius degrees. So this is the function that's going to do that. It's called Fahrenheit to Celsius. Let me run it once or twice so you get an idea of what it does. F-A-R-H So I converted 212 degrees Fahrenheit to 100 degrees Celsius. That should be a familiar conversion. Now let's take a look at the function and see how that does that. First of all, we have a description in triple quotes. So if I click on this, I'll see that our function is documented up here. Next, note that I have two lines that begin with pound sign. Anything beyond a pound sign on a given line is not executed by Python. It's just simply ignored. So you can add comments to your code. Next, we have the formula. The new temperature is 5 times the Fahrenheit temperature minus 32 divided by 9. It's 5/9 of whatever number of degrees above 32 we have. Then we'll print the Fahrenheit temperature, and the temperature is equivalent to, and the newly computed temperature, and then end equal, and I'll explain that in a minute, degrees Celsius. Now what has happened here is that my print statement is going to go too long. It's going to be too wide to print out on a piece of paper if I had it. So I've run up against the edge, you might say, of the paper, and I need to have two print statements. So, but the problem with two print statements is that they would be on different lines. So to eliminate printing a new line character and causing it to have two lines, I'm going to say end equal quote quote. So instead of the new line character, I'm just going to print a blank. Well, I'm actually going to print nothing because those are jammed together. So what that effectively does is keeps it all on one line, and here you can see that it all kept on one line. Let's run it one more time on a familiar temperature. Okay, 32 degrees centigrade is a commonly 32 degrees Fahrenheit is a commonly known Celsius temperature. That's 0 degrees Celsius. Now it is your turn to write such a function. Here's an exercise. Write a function Celsius to Fahrenheit that will convert Celsius temperatures back to Fahrenheit degrees. Now the formula for that is 9/5 times the temperature plus 32 degrees. Now I'm giving you my example run. Here are 3 test values: 100 degrees Celsius, 0 degrees Celsius, 50 degrees Celsius. And here's what my program did with those. 100 degrees Celsius, it wrote the Celsius temperature 100 is equivalent to 212 degrees Fahrenheit. So you can write your function and then use these statements to test your function, and you can see if you get the same thing that I get. Now press the continuation button when you've got yours running, and I'll show you mine. Okay, here's my solution. The Celsius to Fahrenheit temperature is, and I've got a documentation line here. Then I'll do the computation. The new temperature is 9/5 times the temperature plus 32 degrees. And then I've got a print line that prints the Celsius temperature, and I give it is equivalent to, and I give the new computed value, and then I use end equal blank blank, quote rather, so that I don't have a new line, and then I can continue this statement on the next line.